Hello, All-Star listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Veterinary Roundtable, the podcast where we answer your veterinary-related questions while having some fun along the way. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to leave us a review on your podcast provider of choice. And if you have any feedback to offer to improve the Veterinary Roundtable, let us know.
Did we reach our goal yet for Devyn to do something weird?
No, we have to get to...
about that.
What did we decide? Was it 50
shoot.
or 100?
100.
I feel like it was 100 on Apple.
Oh, he got a long way.
Yeah, we got to go. We got to get...
All right, let's change it to 50.
Well, we can't change the goal now, but I think we need to give the listeners what we're going to do.
We haven't decided.
Which we haven't decided yet.
Also,
Wait,
comment
do that.
ideas.
Oh, yes, ideas.
Because
You
I'm
could let
shutting
us know
theirs
ideas.
down. Buzzcut was one. Leave it in your
still
review
I'm
what we
still
should
voting
do.
for the billboard
I
as
think
an
the
option.
billboard is fantastic.
Oh, go
Yeah.
to Apple and listen to it on Apple, and then in your review, leave suggestions.
Good idea. You could leave suggestions in your review.
Let's
Good
get her.
job.
Look at me marketing.
Courtney. Good at you.
Essentially, the
have to listen to this.
billboard was just have her do something funny on it, or just be.
I
on
would
the
have her be like,
Come to All Star.
the Veterinary Roundtable.
Yes, we should promote the podcast. On
Yes.
the billboard.
Yes. Yes, it would be about the podcast, but it would be Devyn on the billboard being like,
I think it should be all of us if we do that.
we could be behind Devyn being like,
Lower.
creeping up like lower
I
on
like
the billboard.
the podcast because we're behind the
Yes.
camera mostly. I
That's
guess people
true.
might
That
watch
is
it.
true.
I'd be
With
curious. to know
Devyn's
who watches
face
and
like
doesn't.
huge right there on 32 as you're driving.
It would make
it's
you
just like-
crash.
And especially when there's
it's the where the McDonald's one is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right there on the other side.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a popular spot. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the top
I'll
idea.
work on my
That's not
portraits.
But then we have to figure out another one.
Yeah.
Maybe too expensive.
Oh, two billboards?
I don't
No,
think
we have to
billboards
figure
are
out a
cheap.
different idea
Yeah.
as well.
Let's keep thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny came up with a milk mile where you have to run a lap
mile and
around
then
a
chug a
track.
gallon of
Basically
milk.
run a mile, but every lap you chug like a glass of milk.
She's gonna
See,
vomit
terrible.
milk. Do you hear this?
Right, that's the whole
Please
thing.
suggest
Yes,
other-
that's
That
the
sounds
milk
like the
mile.
Office episode.
I
which
just
is
want to take you
hilarious.
somewhere in public dressed up in a costume and you just talk to people. I don't know. That'd be fun.
We could put her in a microwave with a microphone and going to a public place. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Like, we should think about like some.
Have you ever
event
heard
that's
of the
happening.
Veterinary Roundtable? If you haven't, check it out.
Yes, exactly. Like where she's dressed up like
Let's
a
go
dog or
advertise
something.
I feel
us.
like people could just be so weird nowadays. Well, I don't want
Yeah.
our little Pop-Tart Devyn to
Be weird.
be. Well,
She's
no,
dressed
to
up
get-
as a Pop-Tart. That's what. And she has to ask their favorite flavors of
I'm like
Pop-Tarts.
unrecognizable, I'm all for
You
it.
could
You'll
do
be
it.
a
So
little
dress up as a
recognizable.
Pop-Tart.
and then ask people what their
and
favorite
then make
flavor.
us homemade Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Me? Remember that podcast where we were talking about ravioli and you said
Oh,
that
yes.
Pop-Tarts don't have a filling? Yeah.
I
So
do
she
remember
made
that.
us Pop-Tarts. They wouldn't have filling.
Just bread.
People like the crust on the Pop-Tart.
It was
only
just a
anyway.
moment of brain
But we
fog.
are up to 126 on Spotify
That's pretty cool.
and 38 on Apple.
It's pretty amazing.
Woo, woo, woo. So thank you for
I
all
like
that.
that.
We really appreciate it.
Intros.
Okay.
Okay.
How was everyone's Christmas?
It was great.
It's
It
really
was
Did
good.
Santa come to town?
He did.
Yep.
That's
Santa was good.
It was a very good Christmas.
Yep. Absolutely.
Other
My-
than the 50 degrees and rain. Yeah,
It was
the rain
very
was
odd.
gross.
It was like we were
Yeah.
in like,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Christmas
tropics.
happens too early in our winter. It's
Yeah.
not winter until like February.
Yep.
It
Some
snowed last
years-
year though on Christmas.
It was so muddy and gross out though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. No, it was nice. But
I
not
didn't mind the
weather.
temperature. I just was like, oh, it's so wet.
Yeah.
I was ready to
was
stop
good.
walking.
Just smelled like fresh air.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Love that fresh rain smell. I don't
That's
know.
true.
I thought it was great. Anyway.
It was good Christmas. I got Browns tickets.
Oh, you did? That's awesome.
Where at?
For when?
Well, it's not guaranteed that we're going because it depends how the Ravens play. The Ravens have
Oh.
to lose, so everyone.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we have to root against the
Sorry,
Ravens
fans.
because it's a playoff game. So if the Browns
Oh.
get bumped down a seed, then it's
No
not a
good.
home game advantage. So we could either be going on the 12th, 13th, or 14th.
Okay.
Of
keep
January.
all days
To be
open.
determined.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if it's not a home game, we don't get to go.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But we're crossing our fingers.
Yes.
We're going to go.
That's right.
Okay. Boo Ravens.
Yep.
Okay, so should we we're
Boo.
introducing ourselves now, right?
Sure,
Isn't that
go
what we
for
were
it.
going to do?
Yeah, let's do
Oh.
it. We talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
You go first.
I'm Dr. Ashlyn Duckwall, Associate Veterinarian from All-Star Veterinary Clinic. And my hair is parted down the middle today.
Why does that matter?
It's a new
That's-
change
yeah.
for me today.
I didn't even
Okay.
notice.
Wow, guys.
Sorry. If it was down, I feel like I would have noticed. Like
Well,
all
I'm
the way
testing it
down.
out to see. If I should join the
I
young
don't-
crowd.
It looks
you
the
are
same.
young. So
Is
young.
this the new trend going around partying down
I
the middle?
can-
Cannot
thing.
pull off of
Now that
middle
she's
part.
a mom. I mean, I'll be honest.
I look
it was
horrible.
just how my hair fell, and then I was like, okay.
No,
Let's
I can
do it.
I cannot pull off the middle part.
So, say a fun fact about yourself today.
Okay, I'm Devyn Fortune. I'm her room assistant. I didn't brush my hair this morning.
Okay.
That's actually okay.
There's
I think
something.
Yeah.
So there's like
Sometimes
a
your hair could
there's
break.
a little nest living under there that
Sometimes
you can't
it looks
see.
better unbrushed. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in ponytails, I think. Okay, well, I'm Courtney Allen, and I don't know. Fun fact: I got new shoes.
There you go.
Those
there
are
you
big
go.
in our industry. So
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
New shoes is very
Shoes are a big
exciting.
deal because now your feet can be comfortable
It
again.
feels amazing.
It's
Walking
awesome.
on clouds.
Big deal.
I'm
Mhm.
Emily King, and I did wash my hair and blow dry it today.
I washed it.
Nice.
No, actually,
Oh, I
I
didn't
didn't
give a
last
hair
night.
fact.
Last night was not my wash day.
Oh, see.
So, yeah.
Well,
that's
I
okay.
need
Johnny
Back to
swears that
docs.
you never wash your hair.
You're not supposed to wash it that often.
Yeah, I do mine every day.
That's okay.
Does your scalp get dry?
No.
That's
Maybe it's
good.
because you have short hair, so it's better.
I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
you know.
I didn't say anything about my hair.
Oh,
On the days I
Your
didn't
hair
wash
looks
my hair, I still
fantastic.
get wet. It's clean.
It's clean.
It's very straight.
I
I
watched
washed mine last night.
There you go.
Nice.
That'll
Wash
last you for at least a week.
mine. Yeah. You only wash your hair once a week?
I try, or like twice a week. If
I
that's
could never.
twice a week. Yeah.
I'm like maybe every other night.
No.
Like I didn't
I'm
wash my hair
I trained
one
my
night
hair.
last night, and it's greasy.
You can
I
train
threw it
your hair.
down.
Yep. I also don't brush my hair after showering because it breaks easier. So I let it hair dry without
Oh, if I
brushing.
did that,
do
I would
that, and
never
then
get
it's
a
like-
brush through it.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's
I
Same.
think I've yet to see your natural hair.
I've worn it natural here.
Natural.
Okay, next podcast. Everyone go.
Everyone
natural
go.
brow.
That'd be scary.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. All right. What's your best knock-knock joke?
Oh, I meant to look one up.
Okay, Devin,
No
you go.
one?
I do. I have one.
I don't have one.
Go for it. Go for it, Devin. Just say it. What is it?
You go first.
Okay, knock, knock.
Who's there? Oh
Brittany.
wait, mine's not a knock knock joke.
Okay.
It's just a joke. Okay.
on the joke hour.
Wow,
Knock,
Okay.
knock joke. Hit the fail button. That's it. That's right.
Sorry. Okay, go.
Okay, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Britney Spears. Oops, I did it.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Okay,
That was a
there you
good
go. That's
one.
good. All
I
right,
did not
you
know where
go.
that was going.
Okay, tell your joke.
I was just thinking joke. Okay.
Okay.
Why did this squirrel cross the playground? Is that it? Why?
Why?
To get to the other slide.
Okay, I do have one that I think Becca Fidel from here
Oh my
said
gosh.
it. so I
Okay.
love
She's
it.
such a jokester.
Yeah. Why do ants never get sick?
Ants as in like a family member, like the
No,
bug.
ants is
Oh,
the
I was
bug.
thinking the
Oh,
bug.
the bug.
The bug? Why?
Because they have antibodies.
Wait, hold on. I have I have
Oh,
a note.
gosh.
You have a note of jokes?
Oh, my
Because I wrote a whole
goodness.
bunch down to tell to Jacob, and he thought none of them were funny. Oh, I think I deleted it. Okay, never mind.
Okay,
Maybe next
you keep
time.
thinking. Again,
Yeah.
we have a fail button.
I
hope that's
deserve
nice
that.
and loud. And
I'm not a big
everyone's ears.
jokester.
You're
I got
not a big
nothing.
jokester. I
I
love
only,
jokes.
I only have the squirrel one because my mom tells me it like at least once a week.
Cute. Okay. What topic could you give a TED talk about?
Ooh, I got this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Pit bulls.
Oh,
That's
That's
it.
the breed.
Cats.
I can go on and on
That's
and
a good
on,
one,
and I'm
That's
very
a good TED
I'm
talk.
very passionate about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I'm not
good.
gonna get started. but-
Yeah, get them. Go get them.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I was gonna say cats.
Oh,
Just like cats in general.
Yeah.
Like to become a cat person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just talk about
How
how,
to-
awesome
how
cats
to-
are. How to spoil your cat. We'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. You go.
I would say how to run a successful veterinary practice.
I think that would be a good.
That's
Yep.
TED Talk worthy.
That would be mine.
Mine isn't
I'm
it?
insulting mine too.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm
You are educated.
very. I always get like passionate when people claim that we're in it for the money. I hate that.
Oh, look at them.
I get really like fiery up about it.
Arr.
I can say why I'm not just in it for the money.
Yeah.
There you go.
All of ours were animal related or veterinary related.
It's what we consume our lives with.
I guess so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we think about most of the time.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
Okay, we're gonna do one case today. From Miss Devyn.
Oh wait, I have my magic bag.
Ooh. Magic time. Magic time.
Okay, this is the background music.
Bring out the magic bag.
Okay.
Don't be a hag. Bring out the magic bag. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Here it is.
Okay,
Hit
take
us.
your pick.
Ooh.
We had a Christmas themed one. Now
Okay.
we have New Year.
I'll
themed
take
one.
a
Okay.
star. I want to be a star.
Fire up.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
You want the cone?
Okay.
Put the cone on.
Okay.
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 Okay. Love it.
I need the strap.
That's not it though.
Oh, that's not just it.
Wait,
Okay.
the bag keeps on giving.
Go like that because you got like tinsel on your head.
You're in
Wait
the
for
lead.
it.
You're in the
Wait
lead.
for it. Oh.
I'll take the
Okay.
one with the
Oh
E.
gosh.
I don't
this
care. We're
is
gonna.
nice.
If
Take
people
the gold,
listen to
you're
this
not.
with headphones,
I know. That's
I'm
why
so
we're
sorry.
really
I'll do it down
hammering the
here.
Sounds. What's that thing we talked about the one time where you make weird sounds and people listen to it?
ASMR.
ASMR.
It stands for something.
We totally didn't go back to that. Didn't we say we needed to do that for veterinary medicine or
Yeah,
something?
we're gonna do weird sounds.
We pulled out squeakers. What are these called? For whatever this
Oh,
is.
God.
Fun things you blow
That-
air through and they make noise.
Those things.
because New Year's
What
is
else
just
am I
around the
doing?
corner, 5 days away. Dr.
Woo.
Duckwell has a cone on her head, and then we've got some stars and bedazzled
Bedazzled.
Yep.
headbands. Mine's broken. No,
Mm. Oh,
sorry. I do have one more thing though.
Oh, okay.
I'm proud of this.
You're proud of it? Okay.
I bet it's.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Ooh, ooh.
What? You're doing too much.
Ah, look at us. They're balls.
It's
I love the
cool.
magic
All right.
bag.
What Devyn is pulling out of her magic bag,
And
which
there's-
contained a magic box,
It's
is
cold. I
Yeah,
wonder
I know.
what could be in it.
And they're disco ball cups.
and their disco
They're
ball
just
cup.
drinking
with
it.
a straw.
Yeah,
Very
why doesn't
clever.
everyone sip it and then guess what it is?
Cheers.
Cheers.
To a new year.
Happy New Year.
Cheers.
Cheers.
2024.
Spin your ball around and around. Look at that. That's really cool. Okay, here we go.
So sad.
Oh. Is this a?
Ooh,
It tastes like
cranberry. No, does it have
What?
cranberry in it?
It's clear. Is this a flavored ginger?
I have a hint of apple juice.
Oh, it does taste like apple.
Wrong. Sparkling grape juice.
That's what it is. Yes. Welch's, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Tastes
That's
more like
good.
apple juice.
I love this as a kid under the age
Yes.
of 21,
Yep.
and you were watching New Year's, but you had your.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And your
You
champagne
Pop
glass.
that sucker. Yes. I have some in my cabinet, as a matter of
It's
fact.
the white one.
I was
Not
gonna
the
Yeah,
red
say
one.
it's
not red.
Oh, it's so yummy.
It's delicious.
Mhm.
Thank you, Devyn.
Thanks, Devyn. Way to go.
Wow, Devin's the best. I love that bag.
It's a good
I
pick
love
me
that
up.
bag. Keep that bag coming back.
Okay. The
bag
bag
can
can never
present
stop.
bag.
I know, right?
It worked out well because it was 2 holidays, so I could have like
Well,
festive
the
things.
bag
Best of
can't
things.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna,
We have
I'm gonna
very
do my
high
best.
expectations
Mhm.
now.
Okay.
We need a name for like Devyn's. I guess it's just Devyn's magic bag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dee
That
Dee's
That can
bag.
go on the billboard.
Okay. Oh, that's what it is. She has her bag and she's like,
My Aldi bag.
Promoting Aldi. There's another sponsorship.
Give me an
we're-
all-star bag.
We would love.
okay, I
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
true.
That's really good. Sparkling juice. Okay. All right. Hit us with your case.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, it's a long one.
All right.
Well, we have drinks. Let's see. I have notes. Like
Oh,
Courtney.
wow.
This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notes
Okay.
are helpful. So my case is a 10-year-old husky Akita mix. He originally presented elsewhere. It's a new client to us, but presented elsewhere for being slow to eat and having a bad odor coming from his mouth. So after exam, they suspected a possible puncture wound or trauma to the tongue. His teeth were fine. So they started amoxicillin and Galliprant, which is an antibiotic and pain medication. And then that was on November 20th. And then he came to us on December 4th. So a couple of weeks had passed as a new client. He had been doing a little bit better, slightly, but still not doing great. He was still slow to eat and still had the odor. So Dr. Ham saw him and she found a 1/2-inch ulcerated raised area in the middle of the top of his tongue. So we added Rimadyl and recommended a sedatal or
Sedatal.
That's a daddle.
A sedatal, Wadle.
That sounds fun.
Start calling it that. Recommended a sedated oral exam with potential biopsy. We also performed blood work, and it had a slight increase in alk phos, but it was otherwise unremarkable. So that was on December 4th. We added the Rimadyl to the concoction he was already on. And then he was comfortable and doing well. So the owners kept postponing the biopsy and exam until after the holidays. And then we explained we might just be asking the issue, that we still recommended those. So he came back on December 26th, not doing well, getting worse, not eating and drinking hardly at all, still has the odor, and now has red and brown drool.
Oh, poor guy.
So we did the sedated oral exam and found necrotic ulcerated mass under his tongue that was spreading dorsally, and then another spot on the top of the tongue. So Dr. Ham's 2 differentials were melanoma or squamous cell carcinoma. And she said that biopsy would most likely just cause more trauma and not necessarily change the outcome. So now they're just monitoring his quality of life and keeping him comfortable on supportive care. Yeah.
Yeah, Devyn showed me a picture before the podcast, and he has a spot on the top surface of his tongue. So I wonder if like it's eroding. You know what I mean? Like the mass is like yes, and coming out. Top of his tongue.
Looks like it.
Yeah, because the majority of the inflammation looks on the like it's on the underside.
Yeah,
and then you just see the small spot at the top.
Yeah.
You know, like or on the top surface of his tongue. So I bet it's like.
Oh, wow. That's a big lesion on the top of the tongue. Just wait till you see the bottom.
Yeah.
That looks so painful. Oh.
I mean, he has to be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you use your tongue. The movement of your tongue is like so over and over and over
when
and
I
over
have
again.
one little kink or sore I don't want to eat.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that pain. Yeah.
Well, that's really unfortunate.
Neither of those are great.
No. I mean, if you had it on the tip of your, but the base of your tongue, I mean, there's no way to.
Yeah.
We had a case of a patient that had, it was a retriever, of course, right? A silver Labrador retriever.
Yeah.
And it was like 1.5. And she put her tongue in a paper shredder.
What?
Yeah. And her tongue, I don't know why she did it, but she got it stuck in the paper shredder. And we had to basically she had to have, cut I think the first third of her tongue had to be amputated. And so she lived her whole life with a shortened tongue.
Shredded?
And so,
did you
just had to, I didn't do the surgery. It was like an emergency.
Oh, okay.
It came into us on recovery.
Yeah.
And she ended up then every time she came in, he basically carried around a towel because she just drooled and drooled.
Could she drink water normally?
She could still drink and do everything, but yeah.
That had to hurt
Because I think the max you can take is a
that makes
third
me
maybe of the tongue or something. I can't remember.
That makes me want to vomit.
How isn't that crazy?
Oh my God.
So,
I wonder if it was like, I don't know how a shredder actually works, but if it was like lines of the tongue that was shredded. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Shredded paper
Put those back together. I think it just got chewed up because she probably just freaked out.
Yeah,
and
it probably just looked
pulled
mangled.
out, and then so it was just all mangled up.
It wasn't like perfect like stripes.
No, I know.
Ew.
Can you imagine how bad that bled?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
the tongue bleeds. Yeah.
so bad.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that she's okay now.
Dogs are so smart.
Well, she's been euthanized since then.
Oh.
Not for that problem.
Wow.
But tongue stuff, it's hard.
It's
I mean,
hard.
you don't have very many options.
Honestly,
Yeah.
oral
Anything
masses and stuff
mandibles,
like that.
when you see dogs, they've had part of their mandible
Yeah.
removed.
That's really hard.
So, good case though, Devyn.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks. Good one. All right,
Good one,
so
good
should we
one.
go around in a circle again?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. We're doing our listener question. So we're going to break it up. Hello, I have listened to the Veterinary Roundtable podcast a lot in the last few weeks and really feel more excited about my future. I have nothing but great things to say about the podcast and really love the content that y'all put out.
My name is Savannah, and I have a few questions that I was wondering if Dr. King or Dr. Duckwall and Dr. Duckwall could help answer for me. I have recently been accepted into a DVM program at LSU and will be starting fall of 2024.
Woo woo!
Okay, sorry.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
1, how did you handle the financial aspect of school? Are there ways that you can set yourself up better for it? I have tried looking for scholarships and it seems a majority of them are for second or third year students. I am really trying to not be in debt my whole life and also cannot seem to find clear salary information for veterinarians. Also, veterinarians that I have shadowed have not been willing to speak openly about it.
2, I am currently aiming to be a mixed practice veterinarian where I can use my undergraduate of biology, master's of public health, and eventually my veterinary license in this career. I realize you have I realize you have this small animal clinic, but can you talk a little bit about the work-life balance? I will be almost 30 when I graduate and will want to start to plan for a family eventually, so I am wondering how it is.
Number 3, I received a degree in biology where at the time I was focused on human medicine. After graduating in the peak of the pandemic, I worked in the medical field and quickly realized I would want to work in animal medicine. Since I took this path, I feel like I may start out a little bit behind since missing some elective animal courses. Do you have any suggestions on ways that I could set myself up for the start of vet school?
Thank you in advance for answering any questions and really appreciate the podcast and the guidance that y'all continue to give. Thank you, Savannah Kendall.
Awesome.
Those
Great
are great
questions.
questions.
Yeah. Thank you, Savannah, for listening and for your question.
Yeah. Start at number 1.
Start at number 1.
Handling
the financial aspect
Yeah,
of school. Yeah, let's stretch out. We gotta.
You look so cute in your cone.
Okay, well, first of all, I would say that she said down here that she is going to be a mixed animal veterinarian where she can use her undergraduate of biology and her master's of public health. So if you're going to do mixed practice, there's a lot of, and I shouldn't say a lot, there are several probably programs that the government offers for people that are willing to go work in more rural areas.
Yes.
Correct? But I don't
There's,
know
like,
the name of them.
forgiveness
Yes,
programs
thank you.
and
That's a
stuff.
better way to think of them.
I don't know the
Logistics.
I know some friends and some people in my class who like went in that path and they worked for BOA, for example, Board of Animal Health. Whatever, the state government, whatever. And then after so many years, I just don't remember.
I don't
their
remember the
loans
details.
Are forgiven.
Right.
So that is one
Avenue.
I'll be honest, I am not aware of scholarships that are like, I don't know.
At least
that I know-
substantial.
Exactly.
I mean, because, depending on if you're an out-of-state student, I mean, at LSU, I don't know, they're all running probably very similar. So say you're going to have student debt of $120,000, $160,000. Yeah. There's no scholarship that's going to give you.
I think that's the point here is that, yes, get whatever scholarships you can. Any help is great. But unfortunately, you will be taking on a huge financial debt or investment to get this career. Now, as far as after, when you get out of school and stuff, of course, there's ways to budget yourself. And I know multiple individuals who have paid off within 5 years of coming out of vet school. So it's kind of dependent on where that priority stands in your life, especially with whatever life things are happening. It can be done and you can do it. I think 5 years is relatively quick after coming out. I think that's that's a pretty huge goal to be able to achieve. And I know multiple people who have done that. So, but that's how they budgeted and that's how they focused. So I think that my husband always likes to say that there's good debt and there's bad debt, right? So there's going to be debt you're going to go into as investments. So your home or your car or your career or something like that. And yeah, obviously no one loves having that hanging over your shoulders or hanging over your head and whatnot, but just remember that it's for benefit of your life. It's not something, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I look at it too.
Yeah.
No, I do too. I mean, but I think that you'll quickly hate your job if you can't pay your bills.
Yes.
So like, I mean,
Right,
like
that's-
say like
yeah.
you go into debt and it's $120,000, but yet you're going to get out and you're making $40,000 because you're working as a epidemiologist, ground level.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like that's a hard hill to climb and
Yeah.
to be happy about doing it.
Yeah.
So I think if you pick a end goal, like, so like, and she has multiple degrees. So there's going to be something that she can leverage those degrees in veterinary medicine. Maybe it's not, all small animal or all large animal or,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and there's so many things that you can do in veterinary medicine with your degree. But if you want to do animals, then you need to I think you either need to find an area of the country that can support the ROI, of the investment. So your salary then can support, your debt so that's your investment. And maybe look at the programs like we were talking about, the loan forgiveness programs.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, you could also do consulting on the side and still do like practice, normal general practice or whatever too. So there's like to your point, there's so many things you can do in the industry to
And I think
get capital in many ways.
And the loan forgiveness stuff, I think, is generated for large animal out of the need for people in large animal, because unfortunately, large animal doesn't pay.
Right.
So you've seen attrition out of large animal because some of the people that own large animal livestock can do a lot of the work themselves. So then now you have veterinarians that are no longer as needed. And so then, or they can't pay to have the services completed by a veterinarian. So then you have attrition of veterinarians. So now they have lapse. They don't have any veterinarians in some of these areas. And I think that's why then they're like, you know what, how do we get veterinarians back into these areas? Oh, you know what? Let's forgive their student loan. Yeah.
That'll
do it. That'll motivate you. Now, it may not be in an area of the country you want to live in for the first 5 years, but again, it's that whole, like, to your point, that give and take.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
So
you just have to figure out, I mean, you might change your mind as you go through school. You may not want to do it. I don't know, but you'll find, definitely with learning the material, you'll find what you're interested in too.
Absolutely.
So.
And I think because, you're being mindful of the money, I would pay attention to the money from the standpoint of, if you can go to veterinary school cheaper, then go to the school that is the cheapest, because they're pretty much very similar across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about the very, very new institutions, but these, like LSU, Purdue, Ohio State, I mean, like all these institutions that have been around forever. I mean, the program is going to be very similar in terms of your education. So find the cheapest one that you can get into and go the cheapest route.
Yeah. Because a lot of it comes after the fact when you're hands-on, your experience. So
yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, you know what, though? The other thing is, I am not happy that these veterinarians that she's chatted with have not been willing to speak openly about their salaries.
Yeah,
what the Sam hell?
That's fair.
I think people are very uncomfortable talking about money.
Yeah.
I think that's just a thing.
Well, I mean, it's not.
How are people going to know?
Yeah.
No, I get that.
I mean, I get it too.
And some of it is very, now, I think that the ABMA has some good information, like every other year, or it's so many years, they'll put out compensation, of different types of veterinarians. So like mixed animal practice, small animal exclusively, large animal exclusively, horses, cattle, like whatever they're working on, they collect data and then they'll put that out there. So she should look at that.
Yes.
That would help maybe get
and
some
your
salary
school should
comparisons.
educate you on it, especially as you continue through the course
Yes.
of school. But I get you want to know ahead of time,
Right.
but it's going to also change due to
Wherever you live in the
world
country.
Area,
Yeah.
I mean, it really does matter where you live in the country.
especially for livestock type things. Like
Now,
it's
if
gonna
you
be
want
so
to do
different.
poultry, you can make a good living doing poultry. But who wants to work on chickens every day? Not me.
Not me.
I'd lose it.
Yeah.
So I think, and there's all different ways that veterinarians are paid. So veterinarians are paid salaried. They're paid pro-sal, which is a base plus then compensation of what they generate for a practice that they work for, or all just pro-sal, all just
Production.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Production.
Mhm.
So, and you definitely want to work for some place that you can have production pay, some form of production pay, because then no matter how, like as hard as you work, you can get, so if you want to work for 3 years, 7 days a week, you are getting paid for that,
Yeah.
and so that's really then encouraging, like, because then you can maybe potentially pay it off as fast as possible.
I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea what the average salary will look like for a mixed animal. I really just,
I don't know
have
about
no
mixed animal.
idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
What would you say it is for small animal nationally?
Nationally, so I guess when I graduated in 19, which was 4.5 years ago, I can speak to that they were saying the average veterinarian was like 95.
Yeah, that's what I would say. It probably
And-
still is close to that.
Right.
Although with the shortage and people wanting veterinarians,
Right.
maybe it's gone up slightly.
Because I think they're trying to get more people, especially in those ER facilities and stuff, with a gigantic signing bonus, which is insane. Like,
which beware of.
yes, beware of, because you have to read the fine print.
Read the fine print
Because
because you may be obligated to pay.
to pay it back,
Mhm.
or like it's astronomical signing bonus. Like I'm talking like I had $200,000 to
Yeah.
sign on, but then if you
You're
don't
stuck
stay
there.
the whole time, you
Yeah.
have to get payback and things like that.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
It's not good.
It sounds pretty on paper, but
No bueno.
it's jingling.
Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah.
I think you guys did a good job on
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Okay. Work-life balance, number 2. That's the main question, right?
Well, that speaks against wanting to pay off your loan as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So you may have to sacrifice one for the other.
Mm-hmm. I think
It's possible.
yeah.
You may not have to.
Yeah.
But you might have to for a period of time, and it's not forever though.
Right.
And there's just so many factors that go into that decision of like preparing small income plan for a family. I mean, it's just there's so many factors that can go into that. I think that it's smart to think about it now. I was in that same boat, a similar boat when I was in vet school. My husband and I got married right before vet school. And so we realistically were trying to figure out where does our timeline look. And I'll be honest, it moved back a year every year
Yeah.
because there's just so much newness you're going to be experiencing, so much time pulls and pushes and just, yeah, I mean, there's just life. And then you're going to get out of school and you're going to want to use that. And now, don't get me wrong, I had some classmates that chose to have, if you're talking about family as in children, they had children in vet school. Now, if you're talking about not children, then again, it kind of just depends on where you're at in your financial comfort or
Yeah.
where you're at with, is it to own a house? Is it to, I mean, it's so hard to say, but you do have to be open. I think I would say that you have to be open to the fact that it may not happen in the
change.
timeline
Yeah.
that you want, because
it's
you
not
just
going to go
you-
according to plan. Be
No, it's just so
flexible.
different. You just have no idea what it's like once you get your degree. You're excited. You want to use that degree then. And then, yeah.
Finding a
so-
clinic can be hard, and
Yeah, exactly.
finding somewhere we actually enjoy working.
Yeah.
But it can be done.
It can be done.
And you can have work-life balance. I think, especially in
Yes.
today's world. I mean, I think that's in the forefront of everyone's minds as far as employers. It's really not an issue anymore. I don't think. Short of working at an ER, but even then they're working like, 4 days off, 4 days, work 4 days. You know what I mean? Like
right.
they've done a really good job, in my opinion, of helping people, go away from what we had when I was first out of school to now.
Yeah.
So I really don't see that there's an issue with work-life balance.
No, I think you just
As
have
much
to
as
stay
before.
on it. You have to keep it as a priority, because it definitely it'll go by the wayside if you let it.
Yeah.
So it'll sneak up on you. Okay.
Let's see here. Let's
number 3.
Do you have any suggestions? For animal courses, or like ways that she could set herself up for vet school? Well, I went to vet school not even knowing what a ruminant was, which I've told that story before. And I don't know. I mean, whatever. You don't know. That's what you're there to learn. Who
got it in
cares?
there.
It's fine.
Don't
You
worry
got
about
it.
it.
Don't worry about it. That's what I'd
Look
say.
at you now.
Look at me now. I know what a ruminant is. And,
Yeah.
Look, who cares?
Well done.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't stress, especially you got into the
don't worry.
program.
If you're
like,
in, don't do anything. Like
Yeah.
you're fine.
You're going to
gonna
school to
learn
learn.
Yeah, you're going to learn it all while you're there.
Mhm.
Don't you guys think?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Maybe volunteering at a practice if you haven't worked in
Yeah.
a small animal practice
In
or a
those-
mixed practice.
yeah.
Maybe like riding along or doing something
That
like
was
that.
very
finding
helpful.
the area of the
Yeah.
country that you need to set your eyes on. Like
Yeah.
in the summers of vet school, I still worked at a clinic, so you can still get better hands-on tools and stuff. But
Yeah, I would say once you're in school and you're going to school, then seeing it action, the work, like seeing people do the work that you learned about is probably very helpful.
Oh yeah.
Because I was gonna say I only went to tech school, but what we learned is nothing like the real world. I mean, you have to learn textbook stuff, but like working here was extremely helpful because I worked here and then I went to school.
Yeah.
So that was, and like I went to school with girls who had never even worked with animals ever in their life, and they were a little bit more confused. So I think it was very helpful being
I'm in the
able to
same
like
boat.
see a clinic setting and then going to school. You're like, oh, that yeah.
And you're in
It's much
school
more
and
helpful.
working.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
probably is, you
But
can
I was
really
working
see
here
the.
before I started school.
Yeah.
And it set me up tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so much easier to learn because I can
Yeah.
just come here and do what I learned, and ask vets the question.
Yeah,
instead
there
of
you go.
Googling it.
What you shouldn't do is watch Dr. Pol. Okay.
Yeah. And also enjoy some time off in your summers. You're gonna have the rest of your
Yeah.
life to work. Like
Yeah.
you'll figure it out, trust me.
Yes,
You'll
take
get
some
there.
time to yourself.
And the schools really do want everyone to be successful. So
Yeah.
they do everything in their power to set you up for success.
Yeah.
So don't feel like just because you missed out on some animal, they would not let you in if they did not think that you could accomplish
Mhm.
the task that they are going to give you.
Yep.
So
Preach.
take confidence in the fact that
Yeah.
they let you in, you're prepared. If they let you in, they feel like you're prepared with what you have currently. on your resume.
Yeah, don't
You've
kill
got
yourself
this.
before you start school.
Yep.
You got this,
No.
Savannah.
Yeah, you got
And
this.
I
yeah.
didn't do, she said small animal or some elective animal courses. I didn't do any. There's no animal course I took.
I never took an animal course either.
Yeah, no. So don't worry about that.
Because I had a degree in biology and we didn't have an
Same.
animal course.
Me too. My degree in biology.
Savannah, we're high-fiving you because you have a degree in biology. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I think
Love it.
Do
You're gonna
it.
Great.
just go do it.
Just get her done.
Get her done.
Okay. Hopefully that helped, Savannah.
Let us know if you have other questions.
Cheers.
That was cool.
Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Veterinary Roundtable. Remember, send in those questions and be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at All Star Veterinary Clinic. If you enjoyed this episode or a previous episode, leave us a review on your podcast provider of choice, aka Apple, so we can get to 100.
To 100.
We'll see you in a
Devyn.
few weeks for the next episode of the Veterinary Roundtable.
Wait. Oh,
What?
we'll see you next year. Wait, should we blow our things?
Oh, yeah. Blow
Oh, yeah,
there we
sure.
go. Next year.
Don't cut it yet.
Mine won't do anything.
Me neither.
Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
there it goes. Okay. Yeah.